The reality show Pawn Stars is going on hiatus. Our LVRJ entertainment columnist John Katsalamides talks about the stars and about the show's future.
Pawn Stars, as we have known them through that course of history, is no more. Corey Harrison, one of the founding stars of the show, has moved to Tulum, Mexico, and he says he's not coming back to the show.
So, you remember Pawn Stars, right? That late-night History Channel show where a bunch of guys in a Vegas pawn shop pretended to be experts on everything, from Civil War rifles to Elvis's toenail? Yeah, that show. Well, it's over. No new season, no more "let me call in a buddy who knows about this." Because behind the scenes, Pawn Stars has been lying to us for years, and now everything's collapsing. Arrests, fake scenes, lawsuits, drug charges. The realest show on TV wasn't even filmed in a real pawn shop. And right now, people are brutally exposing Pawn Stars for what it really was.
I'm out there, I'm like, oh shit, this is the store. And there's a mock-up of the whole store in the back.
Fake store.
100%.
Even when Rick Harrison tried to revive the brand with Pawn Stars 2.0, his own son Corey Harrison said, "I'm done. I'm not coming back."
Pawn Stars, as we have known them through that course of history, is no more. Corey Harrison, one of the founding stars of the show, has moved to Tulum, Mexico, and he says he's not coming back to the show.
That says it all. Even their internal relationships have fallen apart. There's nothing left. Pawn Stars isn't just over, it's destroyed. But how did it all go so wrong? Let's break it down in this video.
Let's rewind. Pawn Stars first aired in 2009 and became a global phenomenon. Over 150 countries, nearly 700 episodes, and a cast that became millionaires just by saying, "Best I can do is 20." But here's the truth. That wasn't even the real pawn shop. The show was filmed on a fake set, made to look like the gold and silver pawn shop, while the actual shop kept tourists outside. And those random customers walking in with ancient treasure? Yeah, those were mostly paid actors or pre-approved sellers. Even the deals were negotiated before the cameras rolled. They'd film the negotiation 3 or 4 times, then pick the most dramatic take. So when Rick squints and goes, "I gotta call in a buddy," he already knows what the expert's gonna say. It's all part of the script.
Do you mind if I have someone check it out?
Not at all.
Okay, I'll be right back. I got a buddy, he'll know everything.
Okay.
If you open Reddit right now, you'll find tons of people exposing and criticizing Pawn Stars. One person shared how they went to the shop with their wife, and as soon as they tried to walk around, the staff told them to stand off to the side, away from the cameras. That basically confirms it. They didn't want any random people in the background who could ruin the illusion. Everything was scripted. Even on major podcasts, industry experts have come out and said it. The show was completely fake, and you can watch it for yourself. They break down exactly how the producers staged nearly every scene.
I'm Pawn Stars, and I flew out there for my jacket, Will Smith. Well, I'm out there, I'm like, oh shit, this is the store. And there's a mock-up of the whole store in the back.
Fake store.
100%. So it blew my mind because I thought we were recording in the store, and it's a facade, it's fake.
And if you still had doubts about the show being fake, here's something interesting. One of the so-called experts who appeared on Pawn Stars multiple times accidentally exposed the truth. In an interview, he slipped up and mentioned some edits that were made for the show, even though it was supposed to be a reality series.
Now, of course, it is reality TV, and when I come off the street, I can't expect to bring something expensive in and find Rick standing there at the counter, or the experts that I work with, whether it's been Rebecca with the books or the Beard of Knowledge, they're not camping outside 24/7 waiting for Rick to call. So there may be some editing in there, but it's as close to reality as you can get for reality TV.
Now, he didn't come right out and say the show was scripted, but the way he phrased things, it was enough to make people realize the truth. He basically confirmed it without meaning to. Just a small mistake in his language was all it took to prove that Pawn Stars wasn't as real as it claimed to be. And if you thought the show was just fake, wait until you hear what went down in real life. Pawn Stars' reputation didn't just end because of scripted scenes. The real destruction came from the shady actions of the shop's owners and the main cast, who slowly ruined both their own images and the show's reputation day by day. So how bad did it get? In 2016, Chumley, the goofy sidekick everyone loved, had his house raided by a SWAT team. Why? It all started with a assault investigation, but things escalated fast when police found meth, marijuana, Xanax, unregistered firearms, and signs of cocaine use.
One of the members of Pawn Stars in trouble.
Take a look, 19 drug charges and 1 weapons charge. A lot of people we spoke with here tonight say potentially they could see him being guilty of a drug charge.
He was slapped with 20 felony charges, but thanks to a plea deal, he avoided jail time and got off with just probation and counseling. But just think about that. At a time when they
they should have been focused on improving the show and building their business, they were busy getting caught up in criminal investigations. How could a show like this stay relevant or respected when the stars themselves were spiraling into chaos? Fans were split. Some brushed it off, saying it's just Chumley being Chumley, but others realized this wasn't funny anymore. The lovable sidekick had become a real-life liability.
But it doesn't stop with Chumlee. In 2023, Corey Big Hoss Harrison was arrested for DUI in Las Vegas after cops saw him swerving into a bike lane. According to the police report, his eyes were bloodshot, he reeked of alcohol, and he failed the field sobriety test.
Metro Police arresting Pawn Stars Corey Harrison early Friday morning, accusing him of driving drunk. A police report obtained by 8 News Now says Harrison was swerving while driving a truck near Maine and Charleston.
Corey, of course, had an excuse. He blamed it on a leg infection, said the road was uneven, and even claimed the breathalyzer was broken. But let's be real, the guy was literally stumbling in front of the cops. At that point, fans started to wonder, are these guys just playing characters on TV, or are they actually this reckless behind the scenes? Because if this is what they're doing off camera, putting lives at risk, getting involved in crime, then what kind of example are they setting? And more importantly, why should anyone keep watching them? When the stars of a show are making headlines for harassing the public and breaking laws, it's not just a bad look, it's a complete collapse of trust.
And it only got worse after the old man died. When Richard Harrison passed away, the heart of the show was gone, and so was the last bit of authenticity. Rick Harrison couldn't take proper responsibility or carry the legacy. Instead of stepping up, he just let things fall apart. And with all the criminal investigations surrounding the main cast, the show's reputation tanked fast. Viewership dropped, market interest dried up, people simply stopped caring. By April 2025, Pawn Stars officially went on hiatus. No new contract, no filming, no return date. Rick Harrison claimed he's working on something called Pawn Stars 2.0, whatever that means. But Corey, he's done. He literally moved to Mexico and said he can't keep pretending on camera anymore. He doesn't even want to step foot in the shop again.
Pawn Stars on History Channel has been an international sensation since debuting in the summer of 2009. But Pawn Stars, as we have known them through that course of history, is no more. Corey Harrison, one of the founding stars of the show, has moved to Tulum, Mexico, and he says he's not coming back to the show. He is tired, he says, of being a 40-something-year-old man playing a 20-something-year-old character. Meantime, Rick Harrison is going to forge ahead with the brand. He's hosting a podcast with Austin Chumley Russell, and he says, be ready for Pawn Stars 2.0.
So what's left? Chumlee is doing nothing. Corey is gone. The History Channel has already moved on. And the fans? They've been over it for years. Because let's be honest, Pawn Stars became a parody of itself. Same recycled jokes, same stage deals. It stopped being about history a long time ago, and it turned into nothing but scripted drama dressed up as reality inside a pawn shop cosplay set. And just when you think it's all over, now there are reports that Rick Harrison Jr., Corey's dad and the face of the show, allegedly pled guilty to wire fraud and money laundering. Yep, the so-called Pawn King might have been running a real scam this whole time. According to reports, he was inflating item values, faking documentation, and pulling off a multi-million-dollar scheme. Is it officially confirmed? Not yet, but if this turns out to be true, this would be the biggest scandal Pawn Stars has ever faced. Not just a staged reality show, but a real-life criminal operation behind the scenes. So you tell me, was any of this ever real? Because here's the crazy part. Pawn Stars started off as a fun educational show about history, rare collectibles, and cool stories behind everyday objects. But over time, it became a machine built on fake scenes, legal drama, and burned out cast members who didn't even want to be there anymore. And now, it's over. No more cameras, no more let me call my buddy, just scandals, arrests, and a pawn shop people only visit to take selfies, not to do business. Maybe this is what happens when you fake reality for too long. Eventually, reality fights back.